National Guard.
Can someone serve in the Guard for a while and fill out their term and then maybe go into another aspect, like maybe the Navy or something like that?
Each branch has different requirements for joining.
Mm-hmm.
There are individuals who serve in the Kentucky Army National Guard and then transition into another branch of service, yes.
Right.
It just depends on the branch that you're going to.
Okay.
A lot of ours do go to the Army, so.
And you know, one thing to really keep in mind for the people that's watching right now, these men and women, you know, are highly trained professionals. I mean, they just don't put a uniform on you and say, go at it. You know, you're trained, you're showed, even your jobs, it's specific. You know, men and women that's already been there before you has, you know, the sergeants and things of that nature, they in detail show you what you're supposed to do, you know. And that is a process that people need to know. You know, you just don't go into battle without being trained. And how many weeks did you say it was again?
Approximately 9 weeks for basic training.
Basic
and
training.
then another 4 to 20 weeks or more.
Give me an example on a normal everyday in basic training, like what time do you get up in the morning, go for a run or what?
Okay, normally it's been a long time since I've been at basic training, but
Right.
to try to recall those days, on average you're looking at about a 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning wake up.
Okay.
From there you go straight and put on your physical fitness uniform, and you're going to conduct physical fitness for approximately an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That physical fitness could include push-ups, sit-ups, other types of calisthenics and exercises, or it could be going out on a 3 to 5 mile run.
Right.
After that's over, you would do a little bit of personal hygiene and then go on to eat breakfast. And once breakfast is complete, you'll start your training for the day. And training may consist of going to a rifle range. It may
Right.
consist of doing some sort of team building exercise. It could be learning the Army values, or basically whatever it takes to be a basic soldier.
Yeah.
Are the things that you're going to learn and train on. When training is complete for that day, normally around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock that evening, we'll go and eat our dinner chow, or our dinner meal. And once that is over, we'll normally have a little bit of personal time. Depending on what's going on, you may have an hour, and you may do a little bit of mail call, and, you know, hopefully, you know, mom or dad or your loved one sent you a letter.
Right.
And you get to read that, maybe write a letter back, and basically hit the rack and go to bed.
Exactly. And see, a lot of people, the only conception they have of the National Guard or the Army or anything like that is what they've seen in a movie. And you know, this is real life. These men that are sitting right here, they have sacrificed their life to protect and serve our community, our country, and you know, for the red, white, and the blue. These men are the real deal, and they're looking for a few men and women that's wanting to join in and come on board and say, hey, I love my country enough to serve my country, and if it takes it even to lay down my life for my country. So many people take that for granted. You know, the last little bit we've been in war overseas, and so many men and women have gave their life for this country and our freedoms, you know, and that's something we should never take for granted. We need to honor our soldiers. Would you agree with me on that?
I agree 100%.
And there's so many ways that we can honor them by supporting them. You know, that goes a long way, is just showing support. And you know, if we see our soldiers out on the street, we appreciate what you're doing and we thank you for what you're doing. Because, you know, these men have, you know, went through so much. And we wouldn't even have these freedoms today if the way wasn't paid before. You know, like our grandparents, I had 2 grandpas that were in World War II. And, you know, uncles in Vietnam. And, you know, like I said before, I've got the highest respect for all of our soldiers. And let's talk about this. The people that's watching this, if they wanted to call you or call the Kentucky National Guard, what's the best place to call? You know, the website or anything like that?
It depends on what the purpose is.
Right.
But if they wanted to contact me personally, I don't care to give my number out.
Okay.
And that would be area code 606-215-9140.
9140. So they could like call you up and talk to you and ask you all the things that was involved and things like that.
Absolutely.
Now, where is the Kentucky National Guard? Got different stations. Are men stationed at the Guard, or is it just?
We have a select few number of soldiers who actually man the actual armories, who work on a full-time basis. The majority of the soldiers are just part-time soldiers and only come in for their monthly training.